Taking a look at this, guys, this is the naked roof cab right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this bad boy on here, and this is the truck cab roof protector by Maxzina. It's very good, nice and easy. I can't wait to put this on. Real simple, looks like it's just all 3M here, and let's do it. First thing I'm going to do is clean the tail end of this cab here. Want to get rid of any dirt, gunk, dust, or anything like that. Then I'm going to line up this actual piece so that way I know where I'm going to position this. And now comes the part where I put the adhesive primer. This really enhances the adhesion of this piece to the tail cab, and that's what I'm going to be doing all throughout this back piece here. They provide at least 3 or 4 of these primer pieces, so I want to make sure I get that on there. And obviously once I get that on there, I have a little bit of room to work with because I want it to still be a little wet. And now comes the fun part where I take off all these red strips on the actual piece, so that way I can expose the 3M and I can get that stuck onto this rear cab as best as possible. Now, the good thing about this is that it was already folded, so I didn't really have that much of an issue with putting this on here. It was pretty much plug and play. And so I'm going to start off with lining it up on the center here, getting that around the rear lights. And then now I can adjust it there, give it a little bit of play. I don't want to press on it so hard, at least until I get it where I want it to line up and be. And then once I do that, I really want to press on every edge piece, every in between as hard as possible. So that way I can really maximize the adhesion on here, and I don't have the opportunity for this to just fall off on its own and give me any issues in the long run. So I'm using the padded pieces that pop up to give it a little bit of push, and in between as well where there's flatter areas, that's where I'm also pressing down and really massaging it towards the tail end of the cab here. Final look, adjust it where I need to so that way it can line up as best as possible, just a little lower on that end and higher on the other. And there we are. Now here is your final outcome. Now some of you may ask, why would you want to have that on the cab of your truck? Well, it's a shorter bed. The Maverick is a short bed truck, 4.5 feet. And sometimes if you have longer items like plywood, ladders, or whatever like that, you want to have that hang over the actual roof of your truck. And you don't want to scratch or chip the paint up here. Well, now you have this protectant that can really add as that protector and that base padding, so that way you don't have to be bare onto your paint if you have to do so, or try to jimmy rig it with a towel or what have you. That's it, guys. What are you guys' thoughts? Throw it down in the comments down below. My name is MikeyDC. This is Mikey Daily Carry. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Welcome back.